Hello, everybody. Back here again for another vlog a day. And today is Saturday, the 22nd. And today was a gorgeous day outside. Absolutely beautiful. Tried to rain for a tiny little bit. Unfortunately, did not get anywhere with it. Was gorgeous weather though. Overcast some, sun came out, a lot of wind, but beautiful, beautiful day. So got up this morning, got a few things taken care of. Not really in a big hurry to get anything done. We did. We thought we had Karen's aunt coming over, and that got postponed a little bit. We ran to the store, had to buy a strainer and some other just general grocery shopping. We thought we knocked it out, get that over with, and get it done. So we went ahead and did that. Our plan was to go run early in the morning, and we ended up doing shopping instead. So I got pushed back and all that fun stuff. We ended up coming home. We did go get a run in. Karen was not feeling the long run, so she turned off. Actually told me to go ahead because I was real close to get my mile in to keep my mile streak alive. And then I turned around to wait for her to see where's that, and she turned down Pine. So it was one of those things. It's like, what the hell? So I called her. I'm like, where are you at? 'Cause I thought like something had happened, like she fell in the ditch or something. What was going on? And said she just headed on down Pine. I was going on down to make the loop, and instead of turning the road I always turn on, I went on down one more road, which I never do. I don't know. It's just my gut said do it. Turned down there. There was a yard sale slash garage sale at the house on that road, and Bruce and I ran up there. The dog in the garage was going nuts and just freaking out and barking and just being crappy. And the lady was like, "Oh, I wish my dog would do better like this stuff because my dog was yelled at and he was adopted kind of thing, whatever." And I'm like, "Oh, so was Bruce." And I told her the story and that she's like, "Holy crap, that's amazing difference." So I gave her my information, and hopefully she'll get a hold of me so I can help train the dog, which would be pretty cool. So my gut led me to a spot to at least attempt to help another dog, which is always a great feeling when I follow my intuition and it actually pans out into something, not just I ran down the different street. So it's always kind of interesting feeling when my gut directs me and I listen to it. So got back to the house, got cleaned up, kind of hung around a little bit. We had a friend show up. Karen's aunt decided not to come over today. She's coming over tomorrow instead. So had a friend show up. We decided to go kayaking. The three of us went out, and Karen was in my Tri-Balance without the outriggers, just the regular kayak, which I swear we'd taken out without the outriggers already. But went ahead and we had her in my better, or I was in my better kayak. She was in the outrigger Tri-Balance, and our friend was in the wide one, the one that usually Karen paddles in. And we were taking off, and Karen was kind of back behind us, and she wasn't doing bad. The wind was blowing us around a little bit. We got underneath the bridge and just kind of heading off to the mangroves. And I didn't think much about it and stuff. And I knew she was behind us, but she came in last, just kind of basically paddling that. And she thought, she's like, this boat's acting up. And I was like, what the hell? And she was like, I don't know where. She's like, I'm going back. You guys have fun. I can't handle this. Like, what the hell? And it kind of threw me off. I'm like, stop. Like, pull the bank. And we went over to the bank, and she changed boats. And she got in my boat, and I got in her boat, and I was like, what the hell? And I thought she just didn't like the way it rode or something. The seat was uncomfortable or some junk. And that boat was virtually uncontrollable. Like, that boat was dangerous. Like, you're trying to paddle, and like the faster you went, the worse it got. And it was bad. Like, it was really tipsy. It was not, I literally had the medium quality paddle, and I had it towards, you have to stop paddling to get back to my good paddle because I was having to stroke so hard and like paddle to keep it upright and keep it somewhat straight that I had to have my good paddle to even come close to it. So I worked my ass off in that process. That thing was a pain in the ass. We were out for 2.5 hours or so paddling, maybe, I don't know, somewhere in that ballpark range. And then Karen's boat was taking on water, I guess. I've got a hole in my fast boat, which I don't know what's up with that. And instead of like taking the sponge from behind her and sponging the water out as she went, she's like, supposed to be there's water in here. And I'm like, so what? I didn't really notice it because I'm like, you splash water in the boat all the time. I thought me getting in and out with my wet shoes because I had got everybody else on the water, so my feet are soaking wet as I got back in. So I'm like, there's gonna be water in the damn boat. Like I've got in and out of here with wet shoes and stuff on, and apparently it's filling up with water. Like she had probably 10, maybe 20 gallons of water in this kayak. It was ridiculous to the point that I could barely drag it up to the truck, not knowing that it's full of water. So look, I just grabbed the front of it and started towing it up. She was setting in water this whole like half the trip. Like it was literally she was sinking and not telling anybody, which was also made no goddamn sense there. But she went ahead. She has a sponge. She has a sponge in the kayak to suck the water out for that purpose, but didn't do it for whatever reason. So went ahead and we she goes, well, I'm gonna clean the water out here. I'm like, I'm gonna wash it when I get home. Don't worry about it. And then I realized she's like, you can't pick it up with this water in it. There was so much water in there. So, which I have ordered drain plugs, which I'm gonna mount in my kayak so I can just tilt it up on in and drain the water out the bottom, out the nose and the tail, whatever, which would be kind of cool to have. But I think what happened was there's a hole in the bottom where the rudder mount is. And I think that possibly stripped out or something. So it looks like that's where it's happening. So when I got it there, it looked like it was dripping water out of the back. So I will definitely have to get that fixed, and that's gonna suck. But we got that done. We got everything loaded back up. We headed home. I was out washing the kayaks off stuff and putting them away. talked to my neighbor. He got sod delivered as we're talking to them and that. And then Karen got a call from her son. And he's all like, the world's ending because whatnot. And something happened like on Thursday. And he, of course, waits till Saturday and built it up to much worse than what it really is in his head. Unable to, we could have fixed it on Thursday, Friday, or early Saturday. He waits until midday, late Saturday, and then calls. And like, his life is ending. It's the worst thing in the world. And she talks to him for almost an hour. And it was just sucking the life out of her. Like, it was sucking all the energy out of her. And our friend of ours and I was like, I gotta get showered. Like, we're gross. We've been out kayaking all day and stuff. We had plans to go out that night. So she told him, she's like, I gotta get off here. And he, of course, then freaks out and it's all worse and stuff. So went ahead. She finally got the phone. She got showered. We got cleaned up. And then we decided to go out to CC's because we're fucking ballers like that. We love CC's. So three of us went out, had CC's, and ran up to Kart City, Go Kart City, and basically hung out there, played some major golf, drove the go kart, just kind of hung around, had a good time, and then headed back home. And then basically just talked and just had a great evening, just hanging out. And then basically went to bed. And it was super ass late. It was one of those late ass nights, and Karen fell asleep on me. We were like trying to talk, and I was watching a little bit of Netflix, and she's just gone. Like, yeah, that's good for her. So went ahead, everything was good, but it's just that sucked out part in the middle with the Craig thing just draws so much energy out of your life. But do what you can to help them and keep moving forward and hope that they get their shit together eventually. So that's all I got for right now. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe and wonderful day. Thanks for watching.